You are listening to Let's Go, the weekly anime podcast about weekly anime from Brian and the Dynamites. No, that's what I was about to say.
How about?
Close enough.
Yeah, it's
Dynamite.
because I'm thinking of restarting Dynamite in the brain, but as under a different name. That's why, not Brian and the
Ooh.
Dynamites, but
A surf guitar group, huh?
You are listening to Let's Go, the weekly anime podcast about weekly anime from Dynamite in the Brain and Secret of the Sailor Madness. So come along and hang with the Let's Go gang. It's Dwayne.
Hello.
It's Niall.
Ari.
And it's me, Brian. And on this episode, we are covering anime that aired the week of March the 2nd to March the 8th, 2024. Starting with Detective Conan, episode 1115.
Good boy.
Chihaya and Jugo's Matchmaking Party, Part 1. In which Chihaya and Jugo meet each other at a matchmaking party.
The end.
Not like
They are
that, but
surprised.
maybe like that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see.
Also, in the environs is Kogoro, Ran, and Conan, because the restaurant at which the matchmaking party is taking place, Kogoro has vouchers for, and they run out this Sunday, so he came here to try and get the use out of these vouchers before they ran out. And what do you mean there's a party going on? And then Ran's like, Dad, it's Monday. We've got a day off school today. It's not Sunday.
The long weekend has thrown you, basically. Yeah.
So then they wander out of the story for a bit until they wander back for further stupid Kogoro reasons.
He left his car keys there when he pulled out his voucher. He was so desperate to get his voucher out, he must have dropped his car keys in front of that. What do you call it, in front of like a hotel, a steward or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
the doorman.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah. So Jugo's here. Has he been bullied by his mum?
His mum is bugging him to get married. His brother keeps introducing him to these female friends of his of marrying age, brother? So he's just like, fuck this. I'll just go to shut them the fuck up and also be incredibly embarrassed, but very judgmental of everyone around me at all fucking times as well.
And he runs into Chihaya, who's there to help her friend.
She's there for multiple reasons. Her friend wanted like a second. Is like, I'm nervous about going on my own. Will you come on with me? And she's like, absolutely. 2, there's like booze and food and shit. Like, and number 3, this is free for women, but men have to pay for this. So she's like, fucking free dinner, fantastic, or free lunch, I guess technically, because it's a buffet, but still pretty good.
But it is. She's happy to see Jugo because we know from her previous appearance she has declared her intentions towards him, even though he is not picking up on it at all, even though she outright said it at the end of the last time she was in an episode.
I mean, like, it's because she's so direct and forceful and cool that you don't pick up on it as like, dude, she likes you. Yeah, that way. Like, she's not just talking about work with you. It's just like, oh, thank God, someone I fucking know with this thing. I only came here for the food. So this works out great.
She recognizes him behind his mask, and she takes off her mask so that
the masks are barely concealing anything. Yes. Domino masks do not hide anything about your face.
And then all the guys are like, "Oh," and then all the women are like, "Boo," because you're not supposed to take your mask off until the end of the matchmaking party.
Yeah, until you pick someone else. You can it's like, hey, we want to go out, and it's like, cool. If you guys would move to an adjoining room, and you can take off your mask there and like arrange a date or something, which is the ideal outcome of this. But they have many party games and changing tables to try and get people to get to know each other.
Is that a sort of like buyer's remorse? It's just that like fun say like, here's what you could have won. No.
I guess to get you out early, you're already paired up with someone, so it works out.
Yes,
it could be.
The fun bit of the flirting is the bit where they're having a good conversation with each other, and then another guy is like, "Oh, I'd speak to this lady as well, please," and he's asking her all these questions, to which every single answer is bikes.
Yeah. What's your favorite sport? Bikes. What's your hobbies? Bikes. Do you have a favorite color? Bikes. It's just like, shut up. Yes. I like motorbikes. That's it. Do not talk to me about anything else.
Nothing else out of me. You interrupted my conversation I was having with my friend. Meanwhile, Jugo's. This is off in the background because we're hearing Jugo's in the monologue at this point. We get a conversation about the wet patch outside the restaurant that
I think at one point she points out that his arse is wet. because he
Yes.
slipped on the wet patch just at the front door of the restaurant.
Yes, because he goes, oh yes, I slipped. So then one other guy comes up and says, oh yes, I noticed that wet patch. And then another guy comes to say that wet patch. Then later on, they spot a guy who's got a wet arm. And it turns out all those people who were talking about the wet patch, they're the murder suspects by the end of the episode.
Yeah. At least he has the excuse of my brother made me wear these fancy shoes, so I didn't. The kind of fancy shoes that don't have any grip on the bottom as well. So is that the other guy's excuse, or is murderous intent their excuse?
Say you can drown in an inch of water.
It is the next Conan hint: is leather shoes. So yes, then it comes to the end of the thing. They basically you put your number in, and if you've matched up, if you're a unique match, you just get to go off. But then the most popular women will
like several guys applied for them.
Yes.
So
we'll pick 4 of them, get to have an extra conversation with them, and then whoever is the, and then whichever one they pick, they get to have a special meal put on by the restaurant.
So
Jugo's like,
there's the 2
what was
adjoining
Chihaya's number? Can't remember her number.
Even though a guy like the guy who was kind of trying to mac on her and could not get anywhere beyond her hobbies of bikes, was calling her Miss 18 or something like that the entire time. So you should have been able to pick it up, but he didn't remember. But the deal was that the 2 women are in like separate rooms, and then the guys come in order, have a chat with them. If she picks them, great, they walk out together. If not, the guy walks out dejected into an adjoining corridor, and then the next guy comes in. So it's kind of not a locked room mystery. It's a bunch of guys are going to walk through this room. Which of them was the murderer mystery?
It's speed batshit red is what this is.
Yeah.
Speed runners for.
So he accidentally put down the number of the other woman who was got equal number of votes with Chihaya. And so he's the last person to go to see her. And when he goes in, he finds her dead, having been shot
through the heart. Very appropriate. So
the assistant, one of the assistants who's running the matchmaking party, she screams, and of course, at this point in time, Kogoro, Ran, and Conan are fumbling around outside looking for keys. So they hear a scream, their murder instincts kick in, and they barge past to investigate. And Conan yells at Jugo because he's moving the body, and then they recognize him, or rather, they recognize him as his twin brother.
He's very annoyed about this, obviously. Yeah.
Yes, particularly because they have very different haircuts.
We're completely different guys. He's in a relationship, and he's trying to set me up in a relationship. We're different guys. We're different characters. Don't worry about it.
And then the Tokyo police show up. We've got Megure, Sato, and Takagi. But Yokomizu, again, is the argument that the cops who are outside of Tokyo are better than the cops in Tokyo, because Yokomizu points out various things that the Tokyo cops have missed on the crime scene.
Because, like, the thing is, like, for one thing, it's just like, well, couldn't the cop have shot her and then said someone else did it? And I was like, I guess, but the cops are above suspicion in this fucking universe.
Well, also, they knew he hadn't got in the room, so at that point, he opened the door with the woman, so and then they both saw it.
So it's basically the thing of is like, all right, what order did you fuckers go into the room? And it's like the guy number 3 is like, oh fuck shit, I'm in a lot of trouble, am I? Because I'm the last guy in the room, and your man's like, not so. The guy could have been number 1, number 2, hiding under the fucking tablecloth of the table where they had their little conversation.
Well, Conan leads them to that because
he leads them to that by being a precocious child, whereas the angel motorcycle policewoman is kind of like, oh yeah, kid, is that what you're trying to get him to figure out? Is it like she's onto him immediately as it's like, you're way smarter than you're putting on, small child. I've seen you do motorbike stunts with me, so you know.
Our suspects for this, we got an IT company president. He's the one who had the wet arms rather than the wet arse. He seems the most suspicious.
Yeah, he's the most smarmy, so he's gonna
we've got an unemployed guy and a literary critic.
like the unemployed guy, like the IT guy is like, I got a date after this, and I was like, you do in your fucking hole. You're even more suspicious now. The unemployed guy's like, I got a video game I want to go home to. Obviously, his parents forced him into this by the sound of him. And the other guy's like, I think it's just he's getting on. Like, he's 30 something, so he's putting on the years. Like, he needs to get married fair fucking quick.
Yeah, he's got to go and finish a book review, and then
Yeah,
they all
yeah.
get yelled at by Sato. That it ain't
There's
going
been a
anywhere
murder,
tonight.
motherfucker. And you guys are the chief suspects.
And then Chihaya mentions to Jugo, "That's I used to be like her," and he's like, "Used to be like? You seem pretty similar right now." So I guess that is a mystery as to like what has changed. I guess dead brother is probably
Got into
what
motorbikes. That might be a thing. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we left. So the idea is that somebody hid under the table, pointed a gun at her to not let on that he was hiding under the table. They're like, well, it could have just been a fake gun. And then Jugo points out, no, there's a second bullet hole. He fired a warning shot.
Yeah,
It's
because
a
the
silenced gun in a plastic bag. And
so
they would have
that
worn gloves.
if you wore gloves and a plastic bag over it, there'd be no like what would you call that? Powder
DSR.
burn. Yeah,
Yeah.
there'd be no powder on your hand and stuff like that. You just keep it away from yourself. And the bullet hole is in the wall, but I don't think there's a bullet hole in the other wall. It's just like the blood spatter from her being shot.
Yeah, there's two bullets. There's two bullet holes. One with the blood splatter,
and one without. So that was the
without.
warning shot. Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's kind of where they leave it. Just got to figure out which one of these guys did it. And oh no, the other thing is, no, the other final clue is they overheard a conversation that the woman had been standing outside in the rain before the thing had started.
That woman was also jealous that the police woman was getting all the attention that she was, because she was the second most beautiful woman there, but from her estimation, but also guys' reaction to her, I guess. Yeah.
And Jugo's like, I don't even speak to that woman. Why? I just put her number by random by accident. Why did she pick me?
And I was wondering, was she because they were thinking it's like, oh, she could have been threatened before, and it was like, you stay fucking quiet and have these interviews, and you won't get hurt or something like that. And I was like, did she know this beforehand? So she called in the guy who's clearly a fucking policeman because he won't shut the fuck up about being a policeman, and she can't call the police woman in because it's not that kind of fucking meet and greet. The master themed to gender, but yeah, could be.
Yeah. I think those are our relevant clues going into next week. It's the slipping up. It's why did she call the cop in, and why was she standing outside in the rain? But yeah, the comedy stuff is great this episode, and the relationship stuff is a lot of fun as well. Because it feels like this is another different relationship, but they always feel like nicely written adult rom-com style relationships.
It's if they weren't tripping over themselves in their own characterization, they could get together very fucking easily. But as you know, with fucking humans, it's more funny when they don't. And it plays up all those elements basically. Like, dude, she's into you. She's excited to see you. She's glad like a guy from work is here because she can talk about work stuff. And he's like, wait, are we talking about a case right now? It's like, yeah, come on, I'm not going to talk about these fucking losers about cool police stuff. Like, yeah,
seeing dead bodies and guns and motorbikes. Good stuff.
And as you said, Brian, the conversation about the slippery patch, it felt very like, I don't know anyone here, and I'm an adult, and I would also like to. Oh, we're talking about the weather now. Fantastic. Let's. Very human, very real.
Then the very human characterization of MASHLE, Magic and Muscles, Divine Visionary Candidate Exam Arc, Episode 20, Mash Burnedead and the Tall Tower.
Where you been, young man?
I think the scene where everybody gets turned into, well, the two guys get turned into babies is the funniest this show's been.
I think the thing about this episode is it does a lot of like serious stuff. It's like, oh fuck,
Well, Innocent
Head-
Zero and the Principal have descended up into the sky. They're going to do a
Yeah.
fucking Dragon Ball wizard fight with summoning gods from another dimension who reverses to the concept of time and space. They're going to clash against each other.
It's basically
Meanwhile,
it's
we
so
could turn the
serious.
babies
Like
down the Coliseum with goo goo and gaga and around down here.
it's the contrast and the lead up to that because it's like, oh, these two very powerful wizards. That another guy's like, oh yeah, they trained under the same master wizard, so they're about as powerful as each other. And it's like, I'll take care of these guys. I've woken you guys up from frozen time, so you can fight these call them demons, but they're basically zombies popping out of the ground. Monster Men's that all the students and stuff, all the top guys are going to have to fight. And it's just so it's
why
it's
is
very
Dawson
serious.
there? He's not a top student.
Explosions are good, basically against zombies, I guess. But so he's gotten these guys like it's all very high stakes, and it's like fuck, everything's pretty serious right now. And then two guys get turned into babies, and hilarity ensues. It's like, oh yeah, this is a comedy. Don't forget that about this battle manga. It's mostly a comedy.
Yes, so they have to fight Sitter Baby.
It sounds like he's saying shitter baby, which is also good. Both names are great.
One of the criminal canes, and he has the spell babies.
Babies. It keeps going babies.
Yeah. Apparently he has to
hit
hit you by saying the word babies at you. Don't know how they dodge out of that a few times, but they do manage it a couple of times before they get turned into babies. Yeah.
And it has my favorite getting turned into a creature that doesn't normally talk, and assuming characters thinking they can understand each other and then realizing they can't, because just because they're babies, it doesn't mean they can understand each other's baby talk.
And Dot's doing like the actor's doing a great job of doing Dot as a baby, whereas Lance is just doing Lance doing baby talk. Like he's the same.
Gaga gaga goo 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 gaga gaga goo goo.
His voice broke out of the womb. It's as deep as a baby, and it's still very funny because of it.
And then Mash gets to fight.
Kill.
Yes.
Well, it's just like
what he does.
We finally face each other again. It's like Mash is like, yeah, you sat beside me in the entrance exam, right? And he's like, you seriously don't know who the fuck I am? It's like, I mean, I can fight a lot of wizards, man. I can't remember all their fucking names.
Spike's is one of your friends trying to deceive you. You know, the whole like end of the last series.
Not ringing a bell.
Yeah.
No. Which is
well,
like
that's all right. I'm gonna drop a big spiky ball on you. What are you gonna do about it? I'm all the way up here in the sun. There's that stone tower, also covered in spikes. What you gonna do about it? All right. And he just like knocks it out like that Darren game of fun. Knock out like the middle of the woods, wooden pole without keeping the rest stacked. So you just can't knock all those out.
And
the Mash thing.
The denouement of kind of like Mash, I was like, oh, I remember you, Spikes guy, because it's like he starts shooting lots of spikes at him. It's just like, wait, how is he? Last time he barely could parry them off. Now he's like just running along them in a ridiculous cartoon style. And Mash is like, yeah, you tried that trick once before. Like, I've learned since, basically. You just caught me off guard the first time.
Yeah, and saying it in the deadpan manner,
Yes.
it comes across less mean than in the comic, because in the comic you tend to read. I was reading the tone meaner, but it's that they are still classic put downs. Mash comes out with, and this is definitely one.
It's nearly like less intentional put downs. It's just he's so flat and dry that it does come across as shitty. But it's just like yeah, man, you got to try new tricks.
It's just kind of oblivious to of the gravity of his situation. And it's just like, I'm just gonna fucking deal with this and just get on with it, you know. Like it was that, you know who made the laws of this world, young man? I don't know, some big shot. That's the way he approaches everything, like.
Yeah, so even though the babies have their magic reduced, Lance as a baby still a genius magic user, and
just concentrate the gravity into the small of his fucking back. It'll still fuck him to the ground, basically.
Yes. And this makes Dot appreciate Lance a bit more.
That won't last. That can't possibly last, but okay.
No, not that much. But well, they're pushing each other to get better. I guess like Caldo and Orton are there as well.
Yeah. Somebody was describing shonen manga as like heroes getting beaten down and having to get back up multiple times. So I think there's less of that now, perhaps because people have realized they can end their comics quicker if you don't beat down your main character repeatedly. But this tends to have other people beaten down and then Mash save the day.
So
Yeah.
as a similar kind of format, but not quite. Yeah.
Well, that was like something that existed before he did, you know. So
yes. Oh yeah. I'm saying
Yeah.
it's a structure before because obviously One Punch Man is the other problem is that One Punch Man Saitama takes an awful long time to get to his friends as they're getting beaten down, and so that drags those stories out sometimes across multiple years.
yeah, how are we going to keep Luffy out of this long enough for everybody else to get
Yes.
beaten up, but then he has to come back in for the kill shot?
But I was thinking, I don't think Sakamoto Days has had Sakamoto beaten down at all. Yeah,
I think it's pushed him,
chapters.
but generally it's like I like, and despite how powerful he is, he tends to be like, I need to go do this thing. You guys need to take care of this other problem because I can't be in multiple places at once. And I'm like,
Shin's role is to struggle.
Well, I think with Sakamoto is as well, like he gets to his scraps. You get to takes his legs, but he usually can, but he'll often like lose in some other way where like the villains will still like get some of their plot across. Like he didn't think like for one, like minor spoilers here, that's like, you know, a girl who was like a relation of a friend of his to, she's like, no, a guy that's showed the right way, and then she goes off in the other direction entirely. That's actually a bigger loss than him getting beaten into the ground.
Yes, it's introducing complications. It's the same with Kill Blue, which is obviously another thing about a dad who's a hitman. Is that it's constant victories, but each victory tends to come with another complication.
I think Mash would be less interesting for that, like Mash having to come back and save the guys. But again, like the primary function of this is comedy, so it can do those kind of tropey stuffs. Yeah,
and I think you see more and more Shonen Jump comics which end within 5 years. So
yeah.
They don't want to have their Luffy beaten down 3 times before he beats Kaido. Because you've got to get to the end eventually. Don't you? I do wonder reading Jujutsu Kaisen and My Hero Academia.
It's been like getting to the end of the long time, but this is it. This is going to be the hit that does it this week. I know it, and it never is.
At least, like, to get into comics talking more so, at least this week in Shonen Jump, it was kind of like with My Hero Academia, it was everyone in the world watching TV and going like, come on, Midoriya, fucking finish it. Let's finish this off. All the audience, and I'm like, yes, I'm with you, audience. Like, let's get over this. Whereas Jujutsu Kaisen was kind of like all the characters going like, Jesus, who have we got next? Like, we're kind of running out of dudes all of a sudden. Yeah.
But Mash did not have that problem. It wrapped up within like 3 years, didn't it? So.
Yeah. Very like exactly as long as it needed to be. Could have expanded it, but didn't need the filler.
Just stay true to itself. You know, the fights got bigger, but it never lost the dumb fucking comedic timing. You know, even having like, you know, I'm a very imposing villain. Do like, you know, face gets smaller as it gets shocked as what's happening.
It's still a funny joke every
time. Even the most hardcore, they get that treatment.
Then we got High Card. Episode 21, Coming Day. Everybody enjoys Coming Day.
I feel like he could have done a better job with your in-universe Christmas for a name, but like walking up to someone, Happy Coming Day, and it's just like,
or they knew exactly what they were doing.
I mean, that it is very gay, so yeah.
It's not really a romantic holiday. Let's just cut out the middleman here. You know, fucking Abe is gone, but his policies remain. Come on, get out there, kids.
When you have the detectives in the family restaurant kind of looking out the window, it's like, look at all these couples having a wonderful coming day, and I was just like, fucking hell, this fucking show, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Owen's here and he's throwing people into his hole.
Hey, come on, don't make it sound like where he is talking about how he loves that guy, and he's like, you guys took this away from me. I'm gonna throw you into my big red hole. Sorry, Red Labyrinth. Sorry, I'm mixing it up now as well. My bad. That's his plan. He's going to throw them in there and let them starve, and presumably, in one case, bleed the fuck out because he's missing an arm.
Yes.
Whereas the high card guy's
so
like, hey, don't throw her in. We need to ask her a few questions before you throw her in. And he's like, I'm fucking gonna do it anyway. So
Yeah.
try
he
and stop
sweeps in
me.
after her, and him and VJ pull her out, and then tie Owen up, and then Finn gives his speech about what the real purpose of high card is to solve the problems caused by the cards.
Take some responsibility for all of this shit that's happening.
Yes. And everybody's like, well done, Finn, you nailed it. That's really what this is all about. We're the guys who agree with you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the labyrinth, Xenon's like, well, I'm going to die here in this hole, so before I die, I'm going to torment you a bit, Tilt, by making you remember things you don't want to remember.
Oh, because he says his power works on altering perceptions, which includes your memories. So I can draw those forward where you don't want to remember them.
So is he Finn's brother, based on the changing perspectives of
view,
the memories he's having?
Yeah. Like he was right fucking there, basically.
He probably shouldn't have pressed him though, because he's gonna Hulk out
Yes.
in totality.
Like he was immediately regretting. It's like, oh fuck, if I could see the mud on my face, and gets like about as stabbed completely as you can. 'Cause you know the standard, like the guy comes up behind you and he stabs you through with sword. It's like, it's like you can recover from that in most things, but he takes like a chop to like the shoulder that goes clear through most of his chest. And I was like,
it's
oh, that
also
guy's
not the
fucking
usual
dead.
like other anime wounds you can probably recover from when you get kind of right the shoulder. No, it's kind of carves down right through his torso.
It cuts entirely through the shoulder bones and fucking into the chest cavity, and I was like, that's not recoverable.
I like this. Again, it's just like, if I get how it's occasionally brutal and shocking depictions of violence in this.
Yeah, it's not very surgical compared to another attack in a show we'll talk about later, where the guy has his soul ripped out and continues to wander around for the rest of the episode.
Any doctor will tell you the soul is not a necessary organ.
No, exactly. So Finn explains that he believes what Burst, that's the lady's name, is saying, because he spoke to the wizard. And
the wizard told me the plot.
The wizard talked to you in your dream while time was frozen. Yeah, right. Because also, coming day is the holiday when that wizard Lala arrived on the island. So basically, he's saying, "Oh, yeah, Santa came to you in a dream and told you that this is what high card is for, is it?"
Santa came and told you the true meaning of Christmas. Well, you're too stupid to make up a story that fucking farcical, so it must be true. I believe you, Finn. And he's like, thank you. Everyone's just like, yes, Finn, you're too stupid to come up with anything that fucking original. And he's like, I think I'm being roasted, but I'm too stupid to know. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. At least they believe him. At least they trust him.
Yeah.
And they think he's dumb.
Yeah. Well, we gotta go out there and take action on this. Owen's gotta calm down as well before and say, "You don't understand. I gotta do what I gotta do for theater. He's my boss. I did it all for him." And then Lee was right there. He was my dad first, motherfucker. Like, what are you fucking not bent out of shape for?
Meanwhile, the King's getting ready to make the deal with Detective Young to explain what's going on. He's telling his two sons this, and they're not happy. And presumably by the end of the episode, one of them turned out to be a lot more unhappy than the other one, because they have Detective Young murdered.
It was very like, you could see the kind of setup of it where he's at the family restaurant with Sugar Piece, who's like, sorry, boss, all I could get with these things, and he's like, don't worry about it. You've given this old cynical detective a better outlook on life, and I think things are going to be. And she he's being so nice there, she runs off crying. He's like, oh, there's no smoking in the family restaurant. I guess I gotta go out for a cigarette. And this is a holiday in which everyone wears black fucking hoods and capes, and I was just like,
it's Carnival.
But it's Carnival built for murder, This
is
like
that's what you've seen. What like the Lala the Wizard wore in the old legends. It's like everyone out there was like, it's not like at Santa Claus March. That's what they're all doing out there.
But I mean, like, for the last thing that happens to you when you die, you're smoking a cigarette outside a family restaurant, and the guy's like, "Happy coming day," and he's like, "Happy coming," and he just gets stabbed immediately. Just that sucks. That's a
The
shitty
royal
thing to
family
die to.
says no.
Hmm.
Tilt escapes by turning into San Galbano and then rings up Ban and wants to ask some questions, but Ban is not going to answer his questions over the phone. So Tilt's like, okay, I'll come and see you.
Wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah. So I think Zenon, in his tormenting of Tilt, has set him on a crash course with his boss at this point.
That is, kind of part of the course was then on. It just like gets in over his head every goddamn time.
Then Ban goes back to gloating to Theodore that, hey, how did we know that the cards were going to be there when we freed them all? Well, there's a mole in the palace.
Yep.
Should you really be protecting the royal family, my good old friend? And then, just as they're about to split off and do their two missions, who walks through the door of Pinnacle? God, how's it pronounced? Pinnacle. Pronounced it correctly at this point. Yes.
Pinnacle.
But Norman Kingstadt.
He's like, that's right, the main character has arrived. It's just like, sure, buddy. I assume he's going to reveal something very helpful and then leave, because it's just like, stay out of this plot, man. A lot of people are dying. I don't want you to get killed. You're cool. I already have to see like a not as good Columbo get killed, so that didn't feel great. But I did appreciate that Finn's thing of like one of his things saying to Burst was kind of like, High Card is about protecting the cards from hurting people, not about collecting the cards and giving them to the king. I've decided this is our new motto, and everyone at Pinnacle's like, actually, that's way better. Yeah, and that way we could leave like cards in the hands of like that superhero guy, because he's just doing good with his. No fucking problems there.
I know. Well, you get it's about the why, not always the how. And it's just as often happens to the case. Yeah. Why does the royal family get to push us around? Fuck those. Fuck them. The guys in this mess get themselves out of
it. They also talk to Chris asks him about do you want revenge on Tilt? He says, no, I've got feelings of resentment and I want justice, but I still want to save him from the card. And likewise, he talks about wanting to save Owen and Burst as well. I assumed I was going to offer Blitz Broadhurst's assistance, the one super competent person in the story who has only done things in one episode.
He's very busy trying to like outclass the Pinnacle automobile group.
Yes. This was a good sort of saying everything's in motion now, and it's just waiting for all these things to collide.
Yeah, we're out of civilian clothes. We're putting the color-coded suits back on.
Yep.
We're back in the game, baby. Dress for the job you want. Dress for the country in the future you want.
Some fun stuff, and particularly the Xenon's losing his mind as he's bleeding to death. I think that's probably the highlight of the animation of this episode.
Yeah, and narrowly a bit of using the full Black Knight transformation. Now it's kind of it melts all of them. That's pretty cool.
Next on the list is Buchigiri, episode 7, group date, the sea, Maji, Croquette, and I.
I wish these puns were translated better. I feel like I'm missing out something on them.
It is weird because they're talking about Maji kebabs in the translated script.
There, like I thought it was he's in the Chinese restaurant. I guess like we've ran out of like Chinese restaurant puns, so that you gotta move on to other food things now that have been mentioned or could possibly be available to eat in this town.
So Arjun and Matakara are kind of on better talking terms now, because now Arjun thinks he's stepped up a level in terms of being a man due to that punch he threw.
Yeah, and it's still the thing of like the other guys are kind of like the blonde guy is kind of like, hey, come on, we gotta fight, bro. I gotta see what that punch is like. Like he's actually getting on with the other people in the class more as well. It's like, oh, you're participating in society. Fantastic, Arjun. All you got to do is not be a dick about it, and he cannot. He can't for no.
But you can see as well, he's the only normal, rational person in this thing, because why is Very Wild just beat the fuck out of each other all the time for? I just want to go to school.
I
and
still
get
wouldn't call him
laid.
rational because his drive to get laid like overrides any fucking sense in him, because it's just like, oh, where's that girl I like? It's like, oh, she's with her brother in hospital. It's like, oh, I gotta go visit him in hospital, obviously.
It's just
That's what's
like,
gonna
yeah,
happen now.
there's more to the world than fighting, like girls. But the one girl I want is only one thing in the world for her is fighting. So what am I supposed to do?
Dear.
Yeah. So and then we get the comedy of Maharu has made a terrible dinner for her brother, which he still eats.
When she's gone, though.
Yes, Marito invites Arajin to a group date, and then his fantasies start going really wild. And he gets pushed up against the wall by Maharu, who basically
she gives
tells
him like
to fuck
the
off.
wall fucking
Yes.
like
Cabbage on.
Yeah,
Yes.
she does that to him, but it's like, do not fuck with my brother, because basically, like, she'd been asked to leave the room. It's like he basically went to his sister, bitches leave, and she had to leave, so he chased after her, and she was just like, you stay the fuck away from me and my brother, kind of thing. And he's like, oh my god, she fancies me. What? It's like, you fucking tool. Like,
he's growing all right. He's reached a new level of self-denial.
Yeah, basically.
We a little bit in the discussion with Matakara and Arjun about the brother going to prison, and his last words to Matakara was to keep on trying to become a honky person.
Also, he went to juvie because a policeman was trying to force his brother's friends to sell drugs, and I'm just like, oh, so like totally the best possible reason
but
to go to
justified.
juvie. Okay, that's maybe he's cool then. Maybe he's not a monster. We'll see. Because he's out soon. He's out soon. What's he gonna do? Yeah.
The teacher is betraying Jasmine and now seeing Pua at the mysterious venue.
I really wanted to be something more than just cats, like something mad altogether.
It feels like cats, though.
Yeah,
it does
feel
feel like
cats.
This
It's
episode.
just we gotta feel like a 1 minute of runtime in the middle episode. Well, we can do the cat cafe joke again. Okay, let's get it in there again.
But it turns out the group date is the two gangs have got together and having a wrestling match in a tent at the beach.
Like, what did you think was going to happen, Arjun? Come on, it's just like you know what their what's the look left, look right game. Like, their idea of these regular person things are always them fighting each other. The two gangs have come together to do like a last man standing kind of King of the Ring kind of thing.
Backyard wrestling.
Yeah, when one guy gets knocked out, like he stays on until the next guy comes in. It's that kind of rules. Very vague rules and very loosey goosey, but it's fine.
Because it ends up as a tag at the end. Also, they appear to have enslaved the NG boys at this point.
Well, they lost, so they got to serve food at their wrestling date night.
And we get a little bit of like when Shindo is making up the yakisoba. It's like, hey, how did you know the name of the genie or the name of that's like following me around? It's like, oh, never you mind, young man.
And the ghost of the genie clearly there. It's like, just fucking bear it for now. Just make the
we
food.
get a line out of him this episode. And then we also, the very last thing in the episode is him eyeing Matakara as if I assume he's thinking, well, this would be a much better host than this guy who lost.
Yeah. Would be cool if we could have got a little bit further on with that in this, because we're way past our midpoint now. You might want to putting this thing into other gears and on this thing, I think.
Reset and start again.
Yeah, because basically, like, before what previously happened in the entire season episode, the last one, it was basically like, so the main villains the main antagonists have fought. He's defeat the bad guy. Fucking done. Yeah, halfway through and we're already finished the show, and it's just like, no, but
this one feels like get laid. Find out.
No, he doesn't deserve to, but this is very much like a filler kind of thing. But I was enjoying all the fucking wrestling and shit, because they are they could be doing the Street Fighter stuff, but all of them have switched to wrestling for their shit, which is great, by the way. I do love that.
There was like some good kind of ones in there. It was kind of okay overall, but there's a good one when Matakara and like that dude we fought before with the fun snake style. Like, oh, this is good God, got this rivalry again. So they got having some good exchanges in there. That was all right.
Yeah, I think I'm slightly closer to that, but at the same time, I remember season 2 of
Skate.
Devil Girl Next Door.
Devil Girl Next Door, even.
Yeah, sure.
Where essentially it wrapped up an entire season's worth of episodes in 6 episodes, and then
dicked around and had dicked around and then did it again. Yeah.
So
we just had this like honky people genie thing going for a while. Like it's just like, just wait. This is all pertinent to what's been going on with wanting to fight through this. It's like, yeah, but how was it? Do you genies want to fight each other live again? Because everyone else wants it. Was being a honky person, just being like, a meathead who wants to get into fights, like, but you're very pure heart. Like, I don't know what is it? What does it mean?
Maybe they wrote the scripts, built it, expecting that they were going to have to do some recap episodes, so they didn't write enough scripts.
Yeah, like, I'm all for like having some kind of thing that puts it forward and fun. It's just we just want to do some cool fights with like colorful delinquents, and that's grand. But like, I don't feel like even like the very straightforward plot that would necessitate is actually going anywhere either. It's...
Well, interesting. I'm trying to see what the writer has done that is mostly adaptations. Woodpecker Detective's Office, they did that.
That was all right, yeah.
Millionaire Detective, Balance Unlimited. Again, that's an adaptation, a very loose adaptation, though.
Yeah.
They did the Great Pretender film that I've still not watched. But most of it is like big popular adaptations like Blue Lock and Haikyuu.
Okay.
And Ranking of Kings. Next up, Sengoku Youko, Episode 9, The Mountain Goddess, Part 1.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Because my fucking got weird.
I could hear you, Niall. No problem.
All right. Okay, I was weird because I got a weird audio error thing there a minute ago. Making sure.
Checking.
Because I gotta talk about this Sengoku Youko.
So the Mountain Goddess's deal is basically like, all right, I need you to go free my friend. Castle built on top of a mountain that the
Remember
bad
that
guys
castle
have.
that punched you? How could I forget? Well, yeah, he's a mate of mine. He's been enslaved by the Dangan Sainu, the evil monks.
So I need you to wake him up from his mind control, and the easiest way to wake up someone up from mind control, as we all know, is to walk up to him and slap him in the fucking head. And they're like, "It's a fucking castle. We can't fucking do that." And he's like, No. You guys will just distract him, and I'll do the slapping because I'm the mountain here. So, but yeah, if you guys could just give me a fucking sorting out of the situation. And I was just like, okay. I mean, like that seems pretty reasonable. I don't think she has ulterior motives. I'm glad that the other thing is the giant Tengu that got chopped up in the last episode. I was like, oh, those guys didn't immediately fucking die. That kind of stuff didn't even do anything. It turns out that they were actually piles of tiny crows, as in tiny Tengu. They're all wearing little hats and everything. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Who had shapeshifted into 2 giant Tengu, and they're all like, "Hey, fuck you, dragon guy!" They're all just really sorry.
Hey, we'll give you a clue where to go. She totally turned left. No, she totally turned right. Oh, who's telling the truth here? I don't know.
And the dragon guy's basically like, okay, they've cast a spell on us that means we're going to be fucking lost. So we're just going to have to slowly work our way towards it. And in the meantime, the mountain goddess keeps looking at her screen, like her paper screen TV, that they're all like, whoa, a TV.
It's a screen. It's also a screen. We put a screen in your screen.
So she's sending various, I guess, yokai and shit that live on her mountain. That is her, like
to distract them.
She's sending a little raccoon after him.
Tanuki's to like,
sorry. The Tanuki after him and going like, hey, check it out, I got sexy lady tits, and the dragon man's covering over the child's eyes. It's like, this is not for children, get the fuck out of here. And it's like, I don't know what to do.
Murder's fine, like no fun. Like dicing up like spirits with your like bladed tentacles, that's completely okay. But you can't be seeing this kind of stuff. It's
too young for that kind of stuff. Yeah, come on. So yeah, she's just sending wave after wave of annoying spirits after this guy just to distract them basically, and also she's put them in a hyperbolic time chamber to train them for the purpose of beating up that castle. Because she's like, I've slowed time for the outside world, so we might get a couple of minutes, but it'll be ages enough to train you for this situation. So each one gets their own training regime. Our, our swordsman is like, there's a big rock in your way. Get past the big rock. And he's saying to his sword, he's like, come on, we got to cut this rock. The sword's like, no, please. I don't want to go blunt. Please don't do it.
They try for a while. He actually does this the quickest because it's you know, it's a big rock, you know, but like, you know, obviously it's about using the power of the sword. Yeah, it doesn't just cut, right? It also like controls the wind, kind of like float around the wind and fly over the rock. Give it a try. How's it go? It's like, oh, that's very good. Like you seem like it would be the stupidest one to take the longest time. Actually, the other two are having a much harder time.
Yeah,
Like I said, they've been confronted with things from their past now because we were talking about the person inside the castle as well. We also wanted to know about is Kuzu Noha. She's at the fox spirit lady. Any relation, Tama? Yeah, she's me, ma'am. What? Yes, and Zazen, like the current head of the monk order, he's her main squeeze because they met on the battlefield of spiritual warfare, and love can bloom on there. And then like, you know, I just told her that she died, but I told her I was keeping her. I'm my secret wife all this time. It's been totally cool being a boss of this thing, having a secret wife.
And having her power to fuse with means that he can, like, he's trying to do that with the spiritually enhanced humans and shit. So if the fusing thing is definitely sexual, is basically confirmed in this episode, which is unfortunate based off our other two characters who do that the whole fucking time.
Yeah, that's where we get another half tiger and half dragon men's from.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's like the question of like, you know, oh, you've got like different kind of eyes there, Jinka. That's actually something that's like, you know, inherent to you. So your training regime is confronting the fact that you have a twin brother. You've always known this, but because of this particular thing, you must be raised separate from each other because disaster will never befall you if you're in proximity. So he was raised properly, you know, in the big mansion of the retainers family, of like, you know, all the things you can expect of that kind of thing. You're raised in a hut with monsters and ghosts. That's your life.
Yeah. You have to deal with that shittiness basically and figure out how to properly use your, what do they keep calling them, fairy eyes or something, I think.
Yeah, it's just like you can see like the spiritual connections to things. You can see different auras and stuff like that. That's just like kind of pushing them on. We have this little Miko, little Maiko, even little priestess. No, Miko, yeah, he's a Miko, and I don't know, the little priestess.
It's a small rock from the mountain that is the priestess. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the one controlling those like Tengu kind of assemblances. It's like, wow, I'm your biggest fan. Oh my god, he's so fucking fine. Oh, it's a shame I gotta like attack you with a big halberd and throwing knives and exploding talismans.
And
I'm very, very sorry.
Don't worry, you can go out of your way to your heart's content. No one can die in this hyperbolic time chamber that I've created, and like it's a good thing because he gets his arm chopped off. And he's like, Jesus, my arm, and then it's like, oh, it's fine. It's like, yeah,
it's all in your mind. It's all like that, kind of a mental kind of training you're undergoing. So it's all just relative to you. Yeah, but you kind of pushing it. It's just like, don't you feel like, you know, aggrieved by this? Don't you feel like, oh, that's why should we be given this life? No, because aren't you unhappy? I'm saying, what do you mean? Well, like someone a life like yours must be unhappy, right? Otherwise, why would you be this way? Why you got the goals you got? It's like, I haven't had the fun and best life, but I gotta say, like, you know, that must be. I've seen like some more stuff, like, you know, I've seen like things you people wouldn't believe. But that just makes, like, you know, the fact that I have the possibility to be happy and I can be happy again in the face of this. So
yeah, he's thinking of like, I've seen people I care about die, but I also got to meet my sister. I got to meet an idiot and a moron is basically how he describes the other two party members for a bit. But he's seen life and he's seen death because he saw like some twins being born and that kind of shit. And it's just like, there is potential for happiness in my future, and that's something I can fucking hang on to. And everyone's like, good. That's good. Like, and now you can see people's auras and shit. He's like, oh fuck, I can. Yeah, that's class. That's gonna come in. I think her thing is basically to do like a water walk across water while the little miniature version of the mountain basically goes like, boo, distraction. You know, like you got to focus your spiritual energy. And I'm going to be distracting you. So yeah.
Yeah, so as emotionally fraught as Jinka's one is anyway.
Confront your emotions and give you super sight, basically, is the thing. Yeah, again, it packs a decent amount of stuff into plenty of jokes among the character trauma that they have to overcome in this episode. So yeah, it gets a lot done.
Yeah, fun. Then Shinsuke, when he kind of he over eggs his here. Oh, I can control a wind of flying the sword. Go! Flies through the air and lands. Fun. Senya has been like left here to make camp. And just fucking just lands in him with the sword out with, and there's like the cloud of dust with the blade at his throat. And it says, "Oh shit."
I could take you out here now,
not quite sure who's in more danger here. Because Shinsuke will think, the blade is shot his throat. And it's just like, it's just going to be, someone's trying to kill me. I better dice them to pieces with my bladed tentacles.
Yeah, that's where we leave it off.
Oh, boy.
Then we've got Metallic Rouge, episode 9, The Ones Who Visited. So, it's not quite all of space, it's just Venus now.
It's still so fucking gone far beyond
from where it started. Yes.
It's just...
There were so many bits in this I really liked. I love the fact that this had the best animation in this week of things I watched anyway, where it's just the two of them having a conversation while walking down a corridor, and suddenly the animation gets very good just for a few seconds.
This Naomi just drops. Oh yes, by the way, all the time I'm a name. Actually, I'm the very first one that the aliens made, so I could be the diplomat between alien kind and humankind.
It's like, wait, but that the aliens arrived how many years ago? It's like, don't ask a lady her age, all right? Don't overthink this fucking shit. The aliens are giant jellyfish people. I appreciate that they have to affix little fucking human mouths onto their faces to talk. I was just like, that's great.
With the big eyes in there, I kept seeing, what was his name? Was Arthur's girlfriend in the ticket. I just kept seeing that. Because had to put a huge goggle like
the alien design reminded me of the sort of Aliens of the Week design you'd get on the early 80s BBC children's show Captain Zepp Space Detective. In that they are distinctly alien and angular. And then, as you say, they have to put on little human mouths.
Because otherwise they wouldn't be able to pronounce human words. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's like a filter they got to put on over there. I'm going to call it a face because it's not a face until they put a human mouth on it. It doesn't really read as that, except for the eyes.
Actually, our arse.
But before we get to there, though, we've had a big old fight. So Ace is now with the revolutionists, the alters, but she never says anything during the fight. That's to the point where I was like, oh, is that your guy who can shape change? But no, we see him on board the usurper vessel, which comes and takes them off. And they have kidnapped Jean by the end of the thing. At which point, then Cyan shows up and gets into a fight with Rouge, which Naomi convinces Rouge to reverse the polarity.
The only fucking thing that came to mind. It's like, you're gonna reach for that one. Like, I guess you're doing a fun sci-fi homage, but get the fuck out of here.
It's like, you guys both resonate at the same frequency. If you purposely reverse the polarity of your fucking whatever flow, then it would short her out and knock her out of the thing. It would also hurt you, but you're doing it to yourself, so it won't knock you the fuck out. So, you know.
And then rather than put her in prison, we took her up in bed.
I did appreciate that. Basically, it is Naomi kind of going like, fucking do this, Rouge. And Rouge is like, why the fuck should I? You've been lying to me this entire time. Just fucking do it, okay? It's like, all right, I'll fucking do it. Jesus.
It's that she says it in a particular tone of voice is what convinces her. It's like she doesn't change what she's telling Rouge. She just says
it as a friend rather than as an order, basically. Yeah.
And then they rush off to see the ex-Noahs, the visitors, not the usurpers, who explain the plot is that they created the means to terraform Venus, and they showed humans how to do it, in return for being given Venus as a planet for them to live on because their planet's been destroyed.
Yeah, so we made Neen specifically for the purpose of terraforming Venus. We're gonna move it into a stable orbit opposite Earth, like what was that opposite? Like there's an Earth on the
binary
opposite side of
planet?
the sun.
Binary
No.
planet.
But this was like one of those fucking theories from way back where there was a planet in Earth's orbit right behind the sun. We can't see it because the sun's in the way.
Oh,
Marvel
like
versus
Planet
Delta.
X or the Nemesis planet or something.
Yeah, it's stupid names like that. I've seen so many things of that, but we're gonna make Venus that, and we're gonna live on it. And here you go, humans, for letting us get Venus. Thank you very much. Here's the ability to make robots. We're not going to tell you not to make them into slaves because we literally, as we keep stating, we cannot tell other people what to fucking do. We can just advise on shit, basically. Yeah.
And also, it will help you fight these usurpers who, unlike us, are arsehole aliens.
They will tell you what to do. In that they'll tell you, "Fucking, we own you." So we don't vibe with that.
So what the usurpers are planning on doing is using the Eve, whatever it's called,
Code
protocols,
Eve.
Code Eve, to give the Neens free will, so they'll
probably rise up against humanity. Yeah.
Yes, and humanity won't be able to fight them on one front and the usurpers on the other, and then they're going to take Venus for themselves. So essentially, the Neens are being used by both sides. Both aliens are using the Neens, but in two different ways.
As a proxy warfare for them.
Yes. They don't spell that out, but during the conversation, as Naomi is trying to outwit the aliens via logic, because that's what they admire about Naomi, is how logical she is, even though it seems like very human decisions she's making.
It seems like you're making this decision based off of an emotional reaction, and Naomi's like, fucking logic.
I deserve a day off. Logically, it will improve my work capacity, more efficiency when I get back from the day off. So it's in your best interests.
Since I was born, I've never had a day off, and it's like, and they don't go logically. Didn't we fucking send you on a space cruise ship fucking recently, where you went to the swimming pool every fucking day? That's fucking days off. But they were like, yeah, that seems reasonable.
That's fine. I mean, like, if we got research, if someone wrote it online, it has to be true.
The aliens do come across a bit like some people who've heard about logic and feel like talking about logic all the time will make them seem smarter.
Yes. Yeah. The stupid Vulcan, as you can call it, basically. Yeah.
There's kind of, I don't want to cause a fuss. Like, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. I don't want any trouble. All right.
Initially they said to Rouge is like, Rouge, since they need your code, right? You just stay here with us. You'll be safe here. They can't take your code. And then they can't complete
the mission. But I want to beat them up. Well, we can't really stop you.
We can't really stop you because
we
can't tell people what to do. Like fucking so. I mean, like, go if you want to. It's not the logical thing to do. And Naomi's like, yeah, I'll go with Rouge. And it's like, that's not logical. You stay here with us. And she's like, I want a day off. And they're like, yeah, fair enough. I mean, you're not gonna do anything on your day off. It's like, no, what? Go. That'd be crazy. Don't be crazy.
It did on their first go, the X-Nodes create like an artificial life form that was more intelligent than themselves. Did you just crack it first try? We just fucking just got it right ahead. Yeah, right ahead. We had no idea.
There's also possibility that there's a bit of the Uatu the Watcher going on here. Like, we know you're going to do something, but us looking at it as if it's a day off means we have not broken our promise not to interfere. It's like here, Reed Richards. Here's the ultimate nullifier.
You do what you want with back. It's gone.
It hasn't written anywhere that I can't give you this, but I won't tell you to use it or not use it. Up to you. It felt very much so like Uatu or the what were those guys called in Futurama? The guys who were neither good nor evil. They were entirely in the middle.
The people of the
pacifists.
The pacifists of the fucking, like, indifference planet or something like that.
Something like that. They like, tell my wife hello. Those guys, like, it feels like those guys are like, we can't do nothing about it now. We can't, like, we're just, our hands are tied. I mean, we don't have hands, but you know what I mean.
The neutrals from the neutral planet.
Neutrals. Yeah, I should have went fucking alignment, and I would have got there eventually. Yeah, okay.
Sam Brannigan's "What Makes a Man Turn Neutral." God, the amount of times our D&D characters used to say that.
I know my gut. My gut says maybe.
they're that kind, which means they're very easy to fucking trick because they don't go one way or the other, basically. So yeah.
Also, we see all the usurpers coming to Venus. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, the circus is there as well.
What a coincidence!
But they're wondering how we're going to get to Venus. Well, luckily, Ash has now got a new best friend. It's Eden, the one remaining member of the Immortal Nine who's not in favour of taking over Venus.
Still walking around having his id ripped out, though.
Yes.
But one did say, I won't kill you, so... Also,
Yes,
those bodies are probably perfectly fine. You just insert that thing back in and they'll be grand.
And he points out he doesn't want to be called by his tokusatsu monster name, call him by his human name. Yeah, him and Ash, they've got his spaceship, and
what is his human name again? It's like something like Jet Blacker or
Jet
something.
Black
Eden,
Noir
something
is,
like
and
that.
Eden Dark is his civilian identity.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, so we've got these four, two sets of buddy comedies heading towards Venus to wrap up this series.
I'm not against like our main characters, one being like the most manipulative person you've ever come across, and the other one being like an absolute idiot who's like, yeah, fuck it, like let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That kind of makes it a bit more appealing that it's like, oh, there's all this fucking, there's different people with different beliefs, and this side wants this one, so they're aligning with them, and it's just like, and the idiot kind of going just like, I'm just gonna kick whoever's ass is in front of me. Is that okay with everyone?
I mean, that could have been the bit, and then like they're bouncing around through it. We have the human handler and like the advanced android, like actual like agent, like I keep them an eye into the cab. Can travel around and run across this whole thing, this whole fucking robots versus humans, fucking the thing.
It's
like
so
what
close
makes
to
a
that
robot a
several
human?
times. Because like the conversation they're having down the corridor, which is beautifully animated of them just like taking the piss out of each other, and then
when Eve save the galaxy.
When the thing is revealed to Eve in front of the fucking aliens, Eve is like, "Let me punch you just once." Yes. Like, and I was just like, "This, it's so close to being that thing of just like the idiot and the really really smart person just fucking accidentally saving shit." And yeah,
and that's what they want to do. That's why when all is going down, it's just it's like wildly more expressive when you're having it out again. The old partnership is back again. We're at each other's throats. We know it's working.
Yeah, but at the same time, I like that we've basically that episode 2 where we introduce all those characters is like these are the characters we've followed. Through much of the series now.
Yeah, it's taking some fun wild swings when I was at it. So just okay, swing away. Let's see what happens now. We're gonna blow up Venus. All those black holes are gotta go off sometime.
Then we've got The Witch and the Beast, episode 8, The Witch and the Demon Sword, Act 3.
Jeez, this is gonna be a fucking long one.
I know.
After this,
I was a little disappointed that it wasn't doing part 1, part 2. We're done. That story's done. It's just like, come on, guys,
it's just kind of showing like how evil exactly is this executioner dude? How like morally bankrupt is he? Let's find out.
He's a really bad man. He's got a glove made of the skin of 17 different ancient kings. And then to extra power it up, he's put a magic ring on it as well.
I put a king's ring, like it enhancing its power. And the difficulty is that with these artifacts, you got to sacrifice people, but fortunately, it controls minds. So it's like, men, sacrifice yourself, and a bunch of them just slit their fucking throats. And I was just like, well, this is cheap as fuck, isn't it? Well.
Yep. I assume we're never going to talk about that. I just like the idea of there just being ancient magic, so we don't have to go further into the details of these things.
Yeah, just say as like a chilling enough backstory that I'm willing to believe. This is like I don't need to read a fucking the OVA side story. We find all the 17 like fun kings and how they killed themselves and how like there was like a brash one and a kind of a cool reserve one and a guy with glasses who did this all the time. And like you don't need all of that. Don't need all of that.
No. What our main two characters are concerned with: 1, killing the witch that did this to her, and 2, manipulating that first character. That's the only two things we're concerned with as our main characters are.
And just simply like no trickery, no magic. Just like no, I'm just gonna from straight up lie. Oh yeah, my mind control hand doesn't work on witches. Oh, she's got away from me. Oh, she's gonna like hey, it's me. I'll give you that sword back that I keep in holding on. And that's why I kind of seen. Oh, they've drawn her eyes wrong. It's like oh, she isn't mind controlled. So it's like oh, I can't mind control witches. I lied about that. You can't believe that me lying. Oh.
Bad man. Give me that sword. I'm going to achieve it. Matt, meanwhile, he's concerned. They heal him up. He saved Ashaf by freezing him up.
They basically have enough time to draw some runes around him to heal him enough so he can kneel up. And
make ice walls.
Make a little bit of ice, not the gigantic ones and glaciers.
And he's like, "Oh, did my symbol attack me because she's bad or because she's mind controlled?" Well, bad news for him by the end of the episode. Turns out she's bad, and then
and now she's mind controlled. So yeah,
she's super duper bad now.
Because he was being holding back. He was like, because he's very concerned that his men are mind controlled, sacrificing themselves. Because he's like, I'm the main guy of this unit. Everyone else is like subservient to me, but he's concerned for his unit, so this is like really like heartbreaking for him kind of thing. But I was just like, okay, you're not entirely a dick.
These sort of dudes, I go out so that they don't have to,
exactly
that sort of attitude.
So they send drone magics out, whereas he goes out in person. So yeah.
I got my sword, got my witch. Oh, I can't take it out. Well, all I just need, the shield is on the witch. All I gotta do, what chunk? All right, that opens that right up. You'll be needing this, and I'll be needing this. Choo! Hey, that it was sword at all. He's the big scary man. What's up with that?
It is.
Big scary man, kill those guys. And it's like, did you think the big scary man was going to do what you told him to do? It's an evil... Yes. He just unleashed the evil on the world.
It's an unholy god of cutting things apart, no matter what they are.
But I've got a magic glove. It must obey the royals like humans do. They're like, no. And he's like, no, I can't be wrong. I must sacrifice more people to make my glove more powerful. And so that's when he mind controls the fire mage and sends her off to go and find the people who were living in this town to sacrifice them. And in the midst of this, we get a flashback of the witch and how this guy killed all her family in an attempt to get the sword, but also how she was friends with the sword already. She used to take it out for walks. And also the sword was like when the exterminators tried to... the executioner rather is trying to unsheath the sword. He says, "No, not you." So he does not like this guy as well. So there may be some hope. But yeah, this just in case you weren't certain that he was a really bad man after seeing him force people to slice their own throats, he does horrible things to witches as well.
Crucifies them on the regular.
Yeah,
in their house and that kind of shit. Like, I gotta make sure I put several fucking of your own swords into you and mind control you to do that to your own children and shit. It's just like, yeah. And she was the worst witch in the coven of witches. Who one thing was like, let's all live in this house and mind the fucking evil sword from getting into anyone's hands. Oh Jesus, we're being attacked to her sister. The actual competent witch is like, take this fucking evil sword and fucking run because we're fucked. Everything's fucked. And so she took it to the nearest town and was like, I'm gonna get a boyfriend. I'm gonna do all the things I couldn't do while I was locked up in that house. And then her life went to shit and now she's been stabbed through the heart. So
I didn't even get kissed.
Sucks.
Well, says SF, I've got just the thing for you. We're done crawling over here. Pucker up.
Because her legs are fucked. She's just crawling over. And no, he doesn't say that because she's like, oh, I'm not ready, Hawkeye. Do you think you could stop smoking for a second just for no fucking reason? I mean, like, and just like, close your eyes. There you go. Kiss the witch. Kiss that witch. We gotta pull. All the cards are in play. We gotta kiss that witch. I got the coffin ready to go. Let's go. Also, don't tell her it's gay. A gay kiss, because. I mean, maybe she's into that.
Well, put the roses around the frame. That's what that means.
Yes, we do get the manga art of the kiss, and then the coffin begins to rattle. End of episode. But just give us a promise that we may get a much clearer look at what the creature inside the coffin looks like, because we're going to do a full episode of it kicking this arsehole's ass.
Yeah, because there's like the Ashcan, the demon god of cutting things to pieces, is probably going to chill out and was going to fucking just boot this dude all over town with his big arm.
Well, the problem is he's the one person he can't cut, because that's the one thing. The person who unseals the sword is the only thing that can't be cut by the sword.
So he thought it was just like, okay, so this thing can destroy the world except for the guy who draws it, and it's just like, that means I can use it to take over the world. It's like, no, that means you're the last thing left standing. That's all that fucking means, you
Well,
idiot.
that sounds good to me.
But no, he's just going to sacrifice the entire town to try and boost the power of his glove. This is a wonderfully rotten villain. But there's still some comedy in
I
there
killed
as well,
everybody's parents. Every point, no matter what stage of the story we meet, I killed your parents.
Yeah. I mean, like, I do enjoy this show a good bit. I feel like this has been drawn out a little, but we're still having like a good time with it. So I can't really complain that much.
I think it was worth it to hit the punchline of this episode. This was the right place to end an episode of the. Well, you never been kissed.
When you get down to throwing all that, I mean, you're getting like all these like double crosses, you're getting flashbacks in there, you're getting this like string of a resolve. I'm seeing kind of cool things what you can do with swords. It's like it's something like, oh, you can always stab people with that, or you can make little stairs you can walk up on up in the sky. It's all about how you use it.
Then we got Delicious in Dungeon, episode 10, Giant Frogs / Aboveground. I think there's some of the Red Dragon arc at the end as well.
A bit below ground, yes.
Giant Frogs, got to get some giant frogs and some tentacles. How are we going to do this? Well, we're going to climb inside the giant frogs.
Well, we killed them, or we may as well skin them. After having a hard time with it initially, and then like Children was going, fucking tentacles, no fun. I hate tentacles now. Second fucking worse than the fun movies because they get into the workings of fucking like traps, and then they don't know, is it going to go off if I press the play? Is it not going to go off? You need to know. I need to go be fine. I hate them so much.
Is the tentacle going to come out the gap and like grab me, or is the arrow that's supposed to come out of that gap come out and stab me? It's like like he doesn't like mimics because they fuck with his job of like treasure hunting. He doesn't like tentacles because they fuck with his job of trap fucking disarming. It's like I can do two things. I don't do fighting, as he keeps stating in this.
I'm not a fighter. If it's just like they're fun struggling there, the giant frog trying to stretch their weapons away from them. They've already lost them somewhere. It's like, Senshi, why are the frost like a stun by tentacles? It's just like, I don't fucking know. You figure it out. Princess Brown saying, oh well, here's a dead one right here. It's going to make a little boxing gloves out of the skin of the frog, and it's going to go at this. It's like, I can undo it actually, and I can shoot an arrow and kill the frogs and.
Try and purposely activate the trap, and the frog does like mostly swallow Chilichuk because he is small and these are giant frogs. But I did appreciate like the initial going down the stairs is like, oh, this will be easy, hack, and it's like, well, we've made good progress, and he's came down like 5 feet down the stairway. Like, so through a combination of preparing. Is a frog gnocchi
makes pasta? Yeah, there's like he makes spaghetti. He makes gnocchi. He makes fucking like
it's tentacle gnocchi and frog
tentacle gnocchi and the frog. Yeah. That's
spaghetti.
But at the same time, Leos is skinning and sewing together frog costumes for everyone. So Marcel is like, "Who the fuck do I stop first? I can't." Like, so both of them get to do it. I was like, "That's a great fucking joke." And they have to convince her to wear the frog suit first because she'll be the one most difficult to wear a frog suit. And they convince her, you look really cute in it. And her ears really fill out the frog head part that makes it look very, very realistic.
Yeah, it is funny that Leos and Marcel look like people in frog suits. Chuk and Senshi look like sausages.
it's too tight around here,
Yeah.
It is a fun. There's that legendary fucking panel, all right, where it says everyone is just deadpan in these fucking frog skins.
I think it's even funnier when they're walking through the
tentacle fields, eating the spaghetti and shit. Oh my god, it's so good, man. Yeah. But again, the comedy of the ridiculousness of these fucking characters and the things they're doing in the situations in which they're in. It plays very well.
This is my life now. All right, let's gotta get on with it.
And it's especially funnier in comparison, like the next part where it's just like real adventurers. Here's the shit they get up to, like the plot and things like that.
Yes, here's the plot. Mr. Tansu is reporting to the Lord of the Island about the magic circles he's found, and we learn that the elves of the West are demanding the dungeon be returned to them because it's their heritage.
They basically rented this island to humans because they cleared out the dwarves. They didn't really clear out the dwarves. The dwarves just dug the fuck down. These fucking dwarves always digging. That's probably how they got in the first place.
But then before the elves come in to say, well, that's ours now. It's like, who did all the work with this now?
That's why landlords. What's his name again? Mr.
Tansu.
Mr. Ansu is saying to him, is just like, we gotta fucking patent these magical circles first, and the elves will pay us fucking money, because it's written in Elvish. But you know, like as soon as we get how this fucking magic, because this is the magic that attaches your soul to your body, like it's based on that, and it's like if we can fucking get that, they'll owe us basically. But we got to get to it before them, and they are coming right fucking now to go give us that fucking dungeon back. That's actually our land.
Yes.
So you're gonna have and he's basically telling the Lord, is like, and the Lord's like, so what do you think I should do next? He's very nervous about it. He's just like, firstly, you got to put a bounty on these fucking orcs who've come through what I assume are dwarf tunnels into the fucking dungeon. They're messing the whole fucking thing up. We need to research these magic circles.
More importantly, we can't close it up because you're gonna have all these adventures with nothing to fucking do. So you gotta keep them
the treasure's
busy
all
with
cleared
something.
out. Yeah, so if they're down there hunting orcs, that keeps the industry fucking flowing. Then lets me go down and fucking research the magic circles, that kind of thing. Yeah, got to keep the whole flow of the thing going. So a bounty on orcs is the next thing that needs to happen, and which is like you as the viewer go like, oh no, I like the orcs, they're cool.
Mary, she wakes up from teleportation wooziness, and this like goes just a triple check that nobody's turned in. Body like tall man, woman, about high, brown hair, fun tape. Nope,
somewhere
no
between
like
a teenager and 40. I was like, you're looking for Marcel, right? And he's like, yeah. It's like, dude, she's like
27.
No, sorry, not Marcel. Yeah, I'm mixing up my characters now. Yeah,
Marcel's not dead yet.
She's still looking for their missing party member, but she's doing it her way because she has money to pay the resurrection guys if Alan has been turned in. If Alan has been turned in, and it's just like, oh yeah, she's still doing. She's trying to save Fallon her own way, which is it still makes her out to be like decent, which is great.
We get a little bit more characters of Kiki and Kaka as well because they accompany her to the temple.
Yeah, they're cool. I mean, they don't talk much, but they're cool. We don't have a problem with them.
Then we go back underground, and they reach the abandoned castle city that the orcs were living in, and they find signs of red dragon.
They find some burnt the fuck wargs, and it's just like, it's out of the Lord of the Rings. It's like, wargs. It's like fucking charred warg corpses. It's like, oh, that's bad.
How big is it? Well, you see that archway is like 50 feet up there with the bump taken off it. Yeah, it's about that big.
Did it knock its head on that? And they're like, oh yeah, probably. Actually, now that you mention it, yeah. So it's just like,
what are we gonna do?
Because we generally what we'd have is Fallon cast as an anti-fire spell, so we'd have fire resistance and that kind of shit. And as a party, we come together because like we've killed dragons before, but like as a full party. Now we're 2 people down. We got a new guy in Senshi, which is great, but we don't have the anti-fire spells or Marcel's.
It's just like we need the buffs. We need like the mage support. We need to have like 2 tanks basically, and then we need to fund our DPS guy in Shuro because he just goes for the critical hit to get the dragon out in the weak spot. But we ain't got a balanced party here.
And as Chilicho keep pointing out, it's like, I don't know how you 3 guys are going to fight that dragon. And they're not going to look at him as like, I'm not a fighter. I do not do the fighting part. I've been paid for disarming traps and guiding you and that kind of shit.
And they made the point of like, if we get to the weak point, Senshi's axe ain't going to get through the weak point. Are we certain your sword's going to get through the weak point? It's going to take me ages to charge of spell to blow it up. So then they decide they're going to chase it around the city till it gets into a part of the city it can't get into and collapse buildings on top of it to bring the weak point further down.
Bring it down so that it'll be trapped on the ground, and then run in and stab it with Senji's knife, which is also
yes,
made 11 too. And Senji's like, no, don't fucking take my knife.
That's a good
I
one.
remembered what Nabari said about the shield, wok, and then they remember, they go, hey, you got a knife made out of that same metal, haven't you? And that's really good. Like,
no.
And they're also like, it's just like, that wok's going to be great because that's actually resistant to dragon fire, as we know. And you never have to wash it, which is the thing Senshi likes about it. But yeah.
And they have dinner because they remembered last time the reason they lost is because they didn't have a proper meal in them. And then the dragon shows up.
I'd like Leos kind of going, it's like, thank you all for, like, and he goes through them, it's like, for helping each one, but he does it while everyone's mouth's full.
Yeah, it's a little like voice like. I don't say that when I'm military.
Bad timing.
The little
bad timing.
head dance when you're trying to do it quickly.
You're just trying to chew because you do want to partake in the conversation. He'd said something deep and heartfelt and meaningful while your mouth was full. But yeah, dragon time.
That's what we all trained for, you know. And your plan seems like, oh, yeah, this is going to go perfectly well. This is going to go off without a hitch.
Assuming nothing goes wrong, it'll go perfectly well. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to see you kind of hop around a bit and we're getting more kind of context for this. That they're like, you know, we have our one purpose for and saying, we're going to get down here, we're going to beat this dragon and get my sister back, and that's going to be at the end of it. But then other things are conspiring around them, above them even. And it's just like one thing, well, we come this far in the dungeon, what's going to like persuade us to go on further?
Yeah, it works like a classic D&D adventure or campaign where you don't necessarily need all the details to begin with. You just need to know you got a dungeon, and then
what's the
dungeon
motivation?
goes along, you fill in the details.
But the other thing is, as well, as a viewer, you've the outside view from our main party, where, as we know, the red dragon being on this level and chasing out the orcs and that kind of stuff has messed up the dungeon a bit. Like, monsters are trying to get away from it, and it's messed up the ecology. So them killing potentially the red dragon is going to mess things up even more. And you know the elves are coming. Like, it's got this like ticking clock of, it's like more and more things get messed up, that gets messed up for the greater plot that our characters are not paying attention to whatsoever.
They might be just the guys to do it. Then we got Bang Bravern, episode 9. Isami, we will save the world together. Turns out Bravern was not a creep after all. He was just making sure time happened exactly as he remembered it.
He's still a weirdo. Like, so that's fine. And also, I think it was one of you, or was it together we came up with it? I was just like, yeah, 100% fucking right. It's
Detonator organ. He's come back from hyperspace. He's a robot man now.
Yeah, so essentially the episode is of two parts. One part is Bravern and Isami struggling to fight malice and pessimism because they're a bunch of arseholes who've got sneaky attacks.
Ganging up with smoke and lasers one. And you know he's a dick because, like, you know, he has the little have orbiting little probe things that follows from Gundam, and only the biggest fucking villain dickhead guys in Gundam have to have those little like armaments.
Yes, that's what I thought as well. It's like they're both Gundam robots. Because pessimism as well, isn't he? He's the thing with the no legs right at the end.
Yeah, the thing with like the jets.
The Xiong, the one that didn't finish.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lewis is dead and he's not taking any of it. Particularly because Kuntz is here as well and annoying the hell out of him.
He's like, well, that was a fantastic death, Lewis Smith. You are hot.
How about we embrace oblivion together, hot stuff?
And he's like, no fucking
Not
way.
In a million years,
I
lady.
refuse. I'm too homosexual to do that. I'm so homosexual. I'm going to travel back in time as a soul and be reincarnated the way you guys 3D print a body.
He's going to like have used the ruined bits of the robot he rode in on to assimilate into a higher evolution of man and machine. Power extreme.
which looks like the superhero he used to play with as a child. Because he always wanted to be a hero, just like his parents who died. But he was like, Isami was the one who was chosen to be a hero. I just had to be the guy at the side. And then, yes.
Has been all those like running laps in the robot suit was worth it. All for this day.
And then we get a sped up version of the previous 8 episodes as Lewis is now braver and runs through all that time to catch up to where we are here. So that he can defeat these 2 other robots with his newly printed out dragon that he combines.
Braver and Dragon! Yeah, Brave Dragon.
So now he's Burn Bravern. So it's Bang Brave, Bang Burn Bravern is technically the name of the show now, until he gets a new fucking thing, which he probably will eventually.
Plug into that.
Yeah, because also when he died, he said Brave Bang, which is what he converts into Bravern in his head, and that's when he realizes, oh shit, I'm Bravern. As he's
I think
the name up.
The other clue, like last episode, was as he was rushing towards her to explode himself and kill her and that kind of thing, to make love to her, was he was humming the Bravern tune, and I was like,
well, yes, people have pointed out he was humming the Bravern tune
before Bravern
showed
up in
episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. So he's basically combined all his nerdy fucking thing of tokusatsu shows and robot shows and shit, and
I think there's going to be another additional twist with all the stuff Lulu said.
Yeah.
I mentioned before when she's trying to say braver and it sounded like Brave Bang. And I think there's other stuff when she was going around pointing at things and saying they were Smith. That's because she knew Braver was Smith.
And what if something else goes again into the past to make all these villains for Smith as Bravern and how to fight? And all these guys like, oh, I can't wait to be exploded by a hero. Oh, that's going to be fantastic. Like they're all very excited to be fucking murdered by the hero.
There was some particular kind of like would say maniac about the particular thing. Like we have a dude like, I love robots, tokusatsu, I want to be that. I want to be a cool samurai, meditate on the waterfalls, and I want to. And I guess you're gonna have people that pour at it for and saying, "Oh, I love sexy pictures and doing them online. I want to get one, get rough, and get laid by somebody." But now, what if that was manifested in a terrifying robot weapon of mass destruction?
Oh, hang on. Is it going to be the other characters that are going to end up turning it? It's not going to be the lady the engineer who's so horny for robots is going to somehow turn into cunt.
I don't see that kind of
no. That
aggressive thing, but like she is lapping us up though, like just seeing the fucking combination happening in there.
Oh yeah,
this is what I've been waiting for.
Good shit.
But the Colonel is again the guy who has to be. What the hell is going on? Yes, particularly because Burn Bravern, much of his dealing with these 2 robots, he's just standing there. Taking the attacks.
And they're looking real fucking cool in his new armor. Yeah, that's what I built it for. Yeah. But yeah, it's very silly and very like that thing you predicted. You were fucking right. Well fucking done. And it's just like it's still weird and stupid about it. And I love this when Lieutenant Aoi goes. It's just like thanks, Smith. And Bravern's like, oh fuck. It's like you really sacrificed yourself to save us. He's like. Whew! It's like my secret is safe. Like Bravern's so braver. I'm just gonna call him Braver now because that's who he is now. But
that's
it's still dumb as shit, basically.
He always wanted to be Braver.
Yeah. He saw Braver and was like that guy, and it's like, yes, you're quite right. And Braver knew that the whole time.
Post credit, Lulu's going to pilot Superbia, to which Superbia then also gets the what?
Huh?
Sorry, what?
You cannot be just like a properly carved dropped it in and caused it. Huh?
Yeah,
especially coming from like, whoa, who disturbs my meditation? It's just, I want to pilot you. What the fuck you say?
Yeah, because up to this point, Superbia's basically been somehow remote watching these fights, going like, "Fucking good job, that was pretty fucking cool." And then
pretty hot-blooded.
A child somehow appears to him and goes like, "Yeah, I'm your pilot now," and he's like, "Fucking sorry, explain that to me again." Because again, the other robots, when they saw Lulu walking around and talking, they were like, "A Lulu walking around and doing their own thing? Weird." Don't like
Yes,
that.
That's another thing to be explained. Is why on earth have they got all these Lulus?
I presume they're also 3D printed to some extent. 3D printing's huge in this
Mass
fucking thing.
produced anyway, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And very callously discarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why did she turn into a child early on in the series? It's she's the remaining mystery, isn't she? Really, more than the robots are. Because the robots could just be alien invaders who are real weirdos.
I feel like it's going to be some self-fulfilling prophecy of the technology of Bravern goes into the future to develop crazy 3D printing sprue robots that come back into the past to invade the world to set the loop of we now have 3D printing robots into the future. Like it's going to be something mad. It's already pretty silly in how it does it. So yeah.
But yeah, the time loop though works perfectly. It
Yeah.
explains it explains all the reasons why he was acting weird, why he knew certain characters' names before he should have known.
Why he's watched The Abyss, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dear.
That's all super smooth. Which means, with the remaining 3 or 4 episodes, just go wild and try and figure out what Lulu's deal is.
It's just like if where did that robot come from? Did it come from the same way all these other robots came?
Yeah.
That didn't bites. No, that mean anybody in our particular cast could become that, but or is that a horrible future they'll try to pervert?
And also, we're going to have like the eventual, I assume, reveal of it's like, wait, Smith wasn't dead. Like he's fine. And also, you kept saying to Aoi to get inside you. It's just like, what's going on there? Why did my clothes explode off? It's like, fucking no reason.
Like,
oh yes,
you made the rules here, dude. Why did it have to be in there? It's like,
it was just going that way, man. I don't fucking know.
That way.
Yeah. Because he does finally get to pull that cord that he was not allowed to pull in episode 1 in order to do the fusion.
It's more of a pushing thing. Is what it's like. That's it, Isami. Go deeper than that. Go on, all the way.
It's very sexual, and I appreciate that all the attacks and everything. Like it actually has. You see the subtitles come up that Isami's just reading out and shouting as he has to do it. Yeah, because he doesn't know the names of the attacks.
Yes, because he's surprised on the word fusion. And then we see this hacker open up. Oh man, it's going to be hard to beat this show this year.
Yeah.
Just a wild ride.
It's like this is swinging for it, but it's just it's in a different manner to how something I'd say Metallic Rouge is swinging, like doing going wild to find saying I can kind of see what this does now. I can see what it's even going even. This is just like still surprising me.
Yeah, like I'm by no means saying the time loop is stupid or tried or whatever, but it's handled really fucking smoothly. Just like, all questions fucking answered about that particular part of it. It's as smart as it needs to be, and it's just there to have fun. So it's doing a great job of it.
Yeah, and even when it's like being serious, like, I can't get on board with this because I want to see these people do more stupid shit because I never really lose that sense of humor of professional military types, but we also have our weird foibles sort of, which is like, fun. In a boxing ring, and there are one of our best mechanics just like, oh yeah, maybe they'll get down on the ground and start kissing each other. It's like, well, what? Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh
no. That's it this week. Unless you got other things like Undead Unluck that you watched.
I did. It's doing a good job of like the soul stuff that's coming up in the comic. Is just like, oh, it's all been like talking about the soul stuff in the early days of that here, and I was just like, okay, it's good synchronicity. At least they timed that one pretty well. Yeah.
I was watching a bit of Ninja Kamui. It's just getting closer to this conspiracy to try and trap him. It's kind of like as well as this like another thing where like a bit like Garo Vanishing Line was just like the villains will be like this universe's like Google/Facebook/ whatever things, like all these companies that's involved in everything. It's also involved in ninjas. Yeah,
sure.
It's good and kind of trashy kind of things. I think one of like the inner circle of like assassins who are out to get him is like evil Jonas Venture Jr. from the Venture Brothers. Because it's like a small man who we initially see in a bigger body. He has like he has like the red hair and the ponytail. He's like he's floating around in a little thing. He's not in his robot body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, amusing.
Righty ho. That's it for this week. Back with more next time. Goodbye.
Good night.
Whatever you are.